Hi Twin Flames Highlight Workers, Lisha and Andy here again with another video. I'm so excited to be coming to you from the parking lot at my job on my lunch break. And I'm super excited because I've been able to figure out a way to have the phone so in such a way whereas I can record without having my hands involved. So I'm hands-free recording for you guys in my car at work on my lunch break, and it is a good feeling. Just wanted to get some more content out there for you guys so you can know how to continue to navigate your celebrity twin flame connection. Okay, and so what we're talking about, what we talked about in the first video was that you are worthy. Okay, and in this video we're going to be speaking on how to attract or draw in my celebrity twin flame, and we're also going to talk about how and when will my celebrity twin flame contact me. Okay, so this is what we're here to talk about today. I'm going to give you some tips, and by no means am I an expert on this. I just like to give you guys tips as far as what I feel will help you guys on your journey. Okay, you know, this is the reason why I started this channel, mostly for music, but when I learned that there were a lot of other twin flames out there in celebrity connections that were just not knowing what to do or how to handle it, I felt called upon to go ahead and start making these videos for specifically the celebrity twin flame connections. Okay, and I find that they're helping a lot. I want to thank you guys so much, all of you guys who have been emailing me or commenting in the comment section. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And for all the new people that are coming along on the channel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos and watching my videos that are in the playlist. All the playlists are there for you to be able to see what title jumps out at you and resonates with you so that you can start your healing journey. Okay, because we're all about healing on this channel. Healing from past wounds, healing your past, anything that has come up in the past that you need to let go of, that will help you to raise your vibration high enough so that you can draw in or attract your twin flame. We're here to talk about it. Okay, we're here to help you navigate through it and to be able to see what works best for you on this twin flame journey, because it's not easy. And once again, I tell you guys that if you are in a twin flame connection, just a normal twin flame connection, you'll find a lot of similarities as to how you can you know, navigate your own twin flame journey based on the different videos that I'm putting out there as well, because there are so many similarities as far as the stages, as far as the way things are happening on the journey. But there are just a few little differences that are very intriguing as far as what happens in a celebrity twin flame connection that I felt that needed to be addressed in our videos. So that's why I'm using these kinds of videos for you guys. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna get right on into it. And I would say that one of the main things I learned on this journey is that you know, there was not a lot of things that was gonna attract my twin flame in at the beginning of my journey, you know, and allow him to come back to me, because I had to go through a lot of things like insecurities, personal things that I was doubting myself a lot, you know. When I told you guys some of my story, if you guys want to go back and look at the first video that I made on my own celebrity twin flame connection and the personal stories that I've given, and I've noticed that, you know, when I first made contact with my twin flame, you know, I didn't know who he was to me. I didn't know about twin flames, and I certainly didn't know, you know, this person at all. I had no idea about him. I had no idea about his music. I had you know, just a very few encounters with his music on the radio, and you know, and it wasn't even like consistent. It was just like sporadically throughout my life I've heard a few of his songs and thought they were beautiful and really cool. And so you know, there was not a lot of things to draw me to him before I interacted with him on social media. And so that's why in the last video I posted of you know, the fact that I told you guys that I'm in communication now with my twin flame, I was able to share with you guys that the one reason, or the one thing that I feel really allowed me to open up and be able to communicate more with him is by having a strong social media presence online, okay? And I have been doing this consistently for the last 4 years. Ever since I started my channel, it was just something that I didn't know I was going to need to do in order to find my twin flame, but it ended up that was the one key factor that allowed us to connect, okay? And so this is why I told you guys it is important for you to have a social media presence so that your twin flame can be drawn to you, and to see you in your light and your shine, in your shining moments, in your time where you're doing the things that you love to do the most. Now I want to go back and clarify, because when I say to have a social media presence, I don't mean just go taking a bunch of selfies and posting those. No, I mean going on there, and doing the things that you love to do, whether it's dancing or making music, or if you have a garden, maybe you're showing some of the things that your garden has produced, or maybe you write, maybe you do tarot, maybe you do a lot of different things that are just beautiful, and the things that you love to do is going to attract your twin flame to you naturally, okay? I'm going to give you guys an example. So say, for example, you're an artist, okay, and you have beautiful artwork that you want to display. So yeah, it's okay to have a few selfies on your on your page, or whatever media platform you have. Of course, you're going to need some very nice pictures of yourself. That never hurt anybody. But what I'm saying is, we don't want to just focus it on an ego-based, ego-driven dynamic here. We want it to be more about what brings you the most joy, what gives you light, and what you do, or what your mission is to help serve on this planet. What are you doing to bring beauty into this planet? What are you doing to show that you have something to contribute when it comes to unconditional love, in terms of being able to bring more love into the world? Your artwork and your music, your the things that you do in your hobbies that are just calming and relaxing to you is also the same thing for someone else, okay? And this is the way we are bringing love into this planet. More love into this planet is by using those things that we're doing to allow people to feel more calm in a time where there's a lot of destruction and harm and things that are going on around that are hurting people. We are here to anchor in more of the love that will make people feel at peace, at ease, calm. One of the songs that I've been playing recently a lot on my playlist is Calm Down by Rima. And I love that song, and it actually is my little nephew's favorite song too, so we kind of connected there. And so he did a little dance, and so I made a video of me singing that song to so that I could send it to him, so that he could dance to that as well. And so it was kind of a cool little thing that I did, because I knew that it was his favorite song. And his my brother, who's his dad, and his mom, who's my brother's girlfriend, they loved it. So it was just one of those things that connects us more, when we do stuff like that. I didn't know that was my little nephew's favorite song until I saw them over the holiday weekend, and it was just like, they said, oh yeah, put this song on, he'll start dancing right away. And then sure enough, he did. And then that made me think about, hey, how many times have I been in a situation where I just have been wound up over the past few months, going through the things that I'm going through in my own personal connection. And, I've had to, use music to soothe me or to calm me down. And this song, it really helps do that for me. So I've been finding myself singing it more, playing it more. And I did that little recording for my nephew. And I'm just so thankful that, it was able to, bring some more good about, not just for my own benefit, but for his benefit as well. And so, and I also posted it on my main Instagram page. So, those are the kind of things that once you find that you're touching someone in a certain way, or that the music you have is touching someone, or that certain songs that you love that other people might love too, are helpful and beneficial to people, you're going to want to use that to inspire, not only yourself, but inspire others, okay? And so getting back to the example that I was giving, if you are an artist, and if you are, posting pictures of your artwork, or, the things that you plant, and you see your flowers blooming, and, things like that, and you're on your page, on your social media page, say for example, your celebrity twin flame, or your famous twin flame, decides that and then also, like I said, another thing is you want to basically you do want to engage in, you know, liking your twin flames posts if they make posts regularly, or at least keeping up to date with whatever they're doing on their own social media, because that is another way that they tend to see who's paying attention to whatever it is that they are posting. And yes, they do pay attention. So this is what I was getting at, is that maybe they are drawn to your page because you made a comment or you liked one of their posts, and then they go to your page. Okay, what are they going to see when they get to your page? You know, are they going to see just a couple of things and just, you know, like very mundane type things, or are they going to see you in your vibrancy, posting your artwork, posting your pictures of nature, or whatever it is that draws them to your page, that makes them want to continue to look at it, to keep going back to it? They're going to remember your name, and they're going to, you know, something in them is going to spark that flame that's going to allow them to want to contact you. Okay, that's going to kind of push them to want to contact you. And what if by chance they end up liking one of your pieces of artwork, or you know, or your photograph, or something that you've done, you know, that you posted on your social media, and they contact you through your DM just to start a conversation with you and ask you, hey, you know, I really love your artwork. How much would you charge, you know, if I were to buy one? You know, something like that. Something like that is what I see coming into your, you know, your future, as far as how they can potentially contact you because of something that they see that sparks something within them to want to contact you or want to reach out to you. It could be just for the conversation starter. It could be just in order for you to be aware that they are interested in you. You know, they're not always going to come at you directly and say, hey, you know, I like you, or I think you're cute, or whatever. They're not always going to do that. They might use something that you've been doing that is beautiful to you as a conversation starter. Okay, so you're going to need to have that on your social media so that they can see how, you know, what is attracting them to you. Okay, so you know, that's one of the things that I did. I was singing, you know, on my social media page. For the last 4 years, I was singing songs that were, you know, always, you know, songs that I love to sing. But I knew that at the same time, you know, once I did learn that I was a twin flame, I knew that my twin flame and I had similar taste in music. So I continued to sing songs that I knew that we both would probably like, and, you know, and post them, you know, on my main page. And so I've been doing that, and this is exactly what has drawn him to come back to me over and over again. And I told him, you know, I kind of confronted him and said, hey, you know, I know you've been paying attention to my social media, because why? How do I know? And this is how I know, because I have had a session with Archangel Michael, which I told you guys, if you want to book a session with Archangel Michael, please do so, and the information is in the description box. Okay, this is one of the contacts that I've had that helped me to be able to know certain things on my journey that I would never have been able to know on my own. I would just have an inkling or a suspicion or a hunch that this was happening, but I'd never had any proof. Okay, until I asked Archangel Michael. I said, Archangel Michael, is my twin flame, does he know who I am? And he said, yes, he knows of you, you know, but he doesn't necessarily know that we're twin flames. Okay, the terminology for a lot of these celebrities or famous people is not really something that they're going to be grasping at first. Okay, that's the other thing you need to realize, is that the terminology and the label twin flame is not something they're going to grasp right away, and it's not definitely, you know, something that they've been studying. Okay, they might have looked it up like here and there, or ran across the term, but never really gave it much thought. Okay, so your divine masculine, which is the reason why I say that your celebrity twin flame or famous twin flame is more than likely the divine masculine, is because they are still in the matrix, and they are still very much in the 3D world. Okay, so you are the divine feminine if you are looking up YouTube videos on the twin flame journey, if you're trying to start about, you know, your own mission as far as what you're working toward, as far as helping to heal others on this journey. You are the divine feminine if you're, you know, more than likely doing tarot and having, you know, readings for people, doing readings for people, or if you are making sure that people have access to you as far as that goes. If you are doing anything positive in the community to help other twin flames, and you're more than likely the divine feminine. If you're researching, if you're learning what the signs and synchronicities mean, if you have that interest, if that interest has been sparked in you because of this journey, then you are the divine feminine, no matter whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, so I wanted to make that clear. So your divine masculine, that's the person that is your celebrity twin flame or famous twin flame, that is someone in the industry, someone who is just very, very well known, is a man or a woman, but they are the divine masculine because of the fact that they are the runner energy and you are in the chaser energy. Okay, so this is what they call runner chaser. I don't really believe in the runner chaser terminology so much, but I know that there's a dynamic there, and energetically this is what they mean when you're the runner. You're the divine masculine because you tend to run away from the spiritual connection. When you're the chaser, you're the divine feminine because you're tending to want to attract in your counterpart through spirituality, okay, and through loving yourself, doing all the things you need to do to heal. Okay, so that's when we say we're doing the work. Most of the divine feminines out there are doing most of the work when it comes down to spirituality, because we are more keen on what it means to be spiritual and have that connection with creator, source, or father, mama. So this is the reason why we have these different labels. It's only basically to keep us aware of the dynamic and the energies that are flowing through at the time. But we all have, of course, we know we all have masculine and feminine energies. We all have those that we need to balance within, and so at times, the divine feminine can be acting through masculine energy and vice versa. So, once you get into the connection, and you start to learn these things, you're going to really feel a lot more comfortable and confident as to how they work. But when you also get into communication with your twin flame, you're going to need to understand that this is what's happening when you guys are going through these bumps and these hills and valleys, okay? Because like I told you guys, it's not easy. It's very rocky. The road on communication is very rocky when it comes down to, the sporadic nature of it. That's the horn honking for confirmation. Sporadic nature of this up and down cycle when it comes to communication, because you're not going to always have that steady flow of communication. You're not always going to have the answers that you want right away, as far as like if there were things that happened in the past maybe and they ghosted you, you might not have the answers right away. You might need to wait and be patient in order for them to come and forward and tell you what it is that you've been wanting to know. And even if you ask the question, you might not get a direct answer. The divine masculines are still very much wearing the mask on this journey. And that is one thing that also has been made clear to me, is that they are still wearing the mask, which means that they are still hiding from their truth, their personal truth. And so the only thing that's going to help them uncover and to take down that mask is the love from the divine feminine. Okay, so your love, your beauty, your ability to show what makes you lovable, beautiful, full of art and full of passion, what gives you that passion inside. What you're posting on your social media should be all of those things. Okay, it should be the way you are, the way you love to give. Maybe you like to go into your community and do things that are helpful, like to help homeless people, or you like to go and do charities, or you like to go help tutor children, or whatever you do. You need to start having little clips of those types of things so that you can have that on your social media, so that can attract and draw in your twin flame. Because whatever connects you to, because you're one soul in two different bodies, whatever connects you to is going to be something that is along the lines of what mission you guys are going to have together. Okay, so remember, this journey is not just about a romantic relationship. It's not just about having the love of your life come back and woo you and sweep you off your feet. It's not about that. It's about what are you going to be doing here on earth to help heal and raise the vibration of the planet, and to help others come into a knowing of what true love is, because that's how we end up, bringing more love, anchoring more love into this planet. Okay, that's a very important message I need for you guys to know, is that just because we're on this twin flame journey, just because we're especially in a celebrity twin flame journey, doesn't make us, more privy to that romance or that lovey-dovey type stuff. It's just, yeah, you will have some of those moments, but for the most part, this is a lot of work as far as knowing what it is that you need to do to love yourself. The first thing I said, like I told you guys in the beginning of this video, I said, I had a lot of insecurities, a lot of doubts. I was questioning a lot of things when it came to my spirituality. I was, having to unlearn a lot of things that I was taught as, growing up as far as religion is concerned. I had to go through a lot of things that made me question and reevaluate my own standards, my own ways of belief, and whatever it is that I wanted to grasp at this time. I was, like I said, I was taught a certain way growing up, but then, as I got older, and I started to unlearn those things, I started to realize that there were so many more things that I could open myself up to in terms of spirituality. And so, I never would have imagined I'd be interested in crystals, or that I'd be interested in tarot cards or tarot readings, or I'm into stones and fire now too, because like I told you guys, I love candles, and I also love to find certain stones on the beach, that are beautiful to me. And I've been gathering a few of those because I find comfort in just holding those during my meditation. That's one of the things that I feel like is just grounding me when I'm in meditation in my apartment and I can't necessarily be outside. I'll hold one of those stones, and they're always so cool to the touch when you first grab one, but then as you're holding it, it gets really warm, and you feel that love, you feel that, that grounded feeling that you need, and it makes me feel very good, just to have something in nature right there at my hand, in my fingertips, when I'm meditating. Same thing when you take, a salt bath, or you take a long hot shower, and you can meditate during doing things like that too. You can even meditate while washing your dishes. If you love to be if you're someone that loves to clean, that loves to find comfort in making things better or cleaning, you can feel that peace when you're doing that, and you're that's a kind of way of meditating as well. So your social media presence is important in the fact that, you're needing to make it something that shows how beautiful you are, what it is you love to do, and gives you a way to attract your twin flame in, okay? And so learning about that is something that you're going to have to start taking time out to do. You don't have to do everything, right away. You don't have to make, I think there was only a few times when I didn't post, for a couple weeks at a time or something like that, but I did try to consistently post every week, and mostly every other day. There's so many butterflies floating around me right now, and that's a sign for me too. I'm just feeling so full of love right now, and when I'm making this video. And I just take a moment sometimes to look at them because it's so beautiful outside. But anyway, while you guys are trying to build up your social media presence, don't feel pressure, don't feel stressed about it. It's nothing that you need to stress out about. It's nothing that you need to be unnatural about. You just want to be natural as much as possible with it. Get good at trying to like I said, take little clips. It doesn't have to be long ones, because people don't usually watch the longer videos on social media. Honestly, it needs to be a minute or less, when it comes down to posting things, on your channel, or your page. But I'm talking about like the smaller pages, not your YouTube channels, because if you're on YouTube and you're posting for twin flame healing, that's different. You're going to be making longer videos, obviously. But if you're trying to just have like little clips that you want people to watch on your social media page, that can attract people to you, do the reels, do the 1 minute reels, or the 1 minute and 30-second reels on Instagram or TikTok. Do the 1 or 2 minutes on TikTok. It shouldn't be long, it shouldn't be drawn out. You just want to make your presence known. You want to get to have the videos where people see you in action, doing what you love to do, okay? Like the one that I made, I'm at the beach, and then I found a way to prop my phone up there and go to the beach and on World Ocean Day. And then you guys saw the two squirrels. I called them twin flame squirrels because there were two of them, and they ran across my my bag right as I was videotaping. And it was so funny because they just, I was at the beach recently again, a few weeks ago, or last week actually, no, the week before last, and I had my mushroom coffee with me and my little canister, and they smelled that. They smelled it because there's a little bit of a sweetness to it. They smelled that, and they surely did come over and knock down my cup of coffee and spilt it all over the sand. And I was like, wait a minute, what in the world just happened? Because they smelled it and they liked it, and they kept coming around. And there were so many of these squirrels. I was like, where y'all coming from? I'm like, y'all must have had babies, because these two squirrels that have been there forever. And there's a butterfly right here. I wish you guys could see this. So cute. But they know when love is around. Let me tell you, animals, nature, all of the bugs, even the the things that we tend to be creeped out at sometimes, they all know when love is around. Okay, they know. And so they will come and they'll be drawn to it as well, because they want love too. You know, everything on this earth wants love, you know. So yeah, those squirrels, I said they must have had babies, because they were little ones and they were just so cute. But there was a ton of them. I was like, where are you guys coming from? Y'all must have had babies or something out here. So the two squirrels that were big and fluffy had babies at some point in the last year, and have been like raising a family at the beach. So I told you guys, they're beach bums. That's what I call them. But they're my friends, and you know, it's so cool. Whenever I go to the beach, I run into them, and this time they were so welcoming that they were around when I was filming, and that they were so comfortable. They came right up to me. You know, they came right up to me. Of course, they smelled my coffee. They smelled the popcorn that I had the one time. But I just love little moments like that, because it makes me feel so in tune with nature. You know, when animals feel comfortable coming up to you, you know, even if you're an animal lover and you have animals, a pet, put them on your social media, you know, let them be seen as well. You know, that's another way for them to be attracting your twin flame to you. Whatever you do that makes you glow, that makes you shine, that makes you feel happy, you know, and that's what we're doing, is we're raising our vibrations. So one of the questions I asked was, how am I going to attract in my twin flame? It's going to be because you're going to be raising your vibration. Okay, raising your vibration is what allows you to get to a frequency, whereas your twin flame is naturally attracted to you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go find them. You don't have to call them. They are naturally attracted to you, because your soul and their soul is vibing high together. They are feeling your vibe so high that you are attracting them to you naturally. Okay. And so another thing I wanted to ask you guys is, what do you feel like a celebrity or a famous person gets the most attracted to in their life? Okay, obviously it's not the management part of it, or the contractual part of it, or the, you know, the interviews that they have to do, or the, you know, whatever, the public appearances that they have to make. It's not none of that. They start vibing high off of their performances, off of the things that they are doing that actually is, you know, bringing joy to people. Okay, so for example, my twin flame, who is a singer, gets that high from being on stage, and I can feel when my twin flame is on stage, you know, and I can feel every performance that he has. I am actually, you know, tuning in, so to speak, energetically with him. And there have been moments in my past, and this is actually what kind of allowed me to be able to feel more confident in approaching him, is that when I would know that he was having a concert, okay, no matter where it was in the country, I would tune into his frequency and energy, and I would just sit there. And if I was off work or if I was in my car, I would feel all of that energy coming towards me, and I would be just like, wow, you know. And I would see him, you know, with my third eye. I would see him loving his performance, having a great time, just making these, you know, these women, these people happy in the audience, you know. It was a beautiful feeling. It was a beautiful feeling. And I didn't feel, you know, there were times when I would get jealous of certain things, you know, but, you know, as far as the other, you know, all the attention he was getting, and the people that he was being around that were celebrities as well. But, you know, there will be third-party situations, but you have to realize, look, your twin flame loves you. Your twin flame is attracted to you because you are the same soul, okay? You are the same soul. There's no one or nothing that can stop you guys from being the same soul. I mean, think about it. How can you say, oh, this person is better than me because they're a celebrity, because they're, this and that? No, you are their soul. You are their soul. They are your soul. So why would they not be attracted to you? Just think about it, So whatever you see happening in the 3D is just an illusion. And so you should never get mad about that, because for one, those people in the 3D are teaching them lessons, very, very valuable lessons that they will need to learn, that will help them to be able to be more healed before they come to you, okay? So they're there for a reason. Don't get mad at them. Don't hate them. Don't wish bad things on them. Don't over obsess about thinking about them, because it's not healthy for you. You need to do what you can to focus on raising your vibration higher, which is what is going to attract your twin flame to you, no matter who they're with or what they're doing, okay? I tell you what, this is the reason why I'm in communication, is because I was able to raise my vibration high enough to get there, okay? So at the beginning, yeah, I was having moments where I was doubting myself. I was like, how do I compare to so-and-so and so-and-so? I was doing all that. And this is exactly why he ran, because I was not in a state of mind to be able to accept this love. I was not in a state of mind to be able to accept his offer of love, because I was so into comparing myself to others, or being, in a situation where I just didn't feel confident in myself. So I had work to do, okay? This is why you're not with them. You have work to do as far as building your self-confidence, as far as making sure you have a mission that you can start on your own. Knowing that you're not going to need to rely on your twin flame to do things for you that you can do for yourself, okay? That is very important for you to understand. You do not want to sit around and wait for your twin flame to be the knight in shining armor to make you the person that you need to be. No, that's never going to happen, okay? You're going to have to do the work on your own, get to the point where you need to be at in order for them to be attracted to you, because they've already lived, they're living their best life, okay? A lot of them are living good lives, okay? I'm not going to lie, and so for them to say, well, what would make me be attracted to this person if they're so down and out and always in the dumps, down in the dumps, and talking down on themselves, and why would I want to partake in that? No. So they would just be more inclined to go somewhere else and be with someone who, has it together, or at least somewhat together, and that can, make them feel as though they're, confident in themselves. Because yes, they're going to have the insecurities too when it comes down to coming towards you. And so if you're feeling that insecurity in yourself, then that is going to reflect on them. So whatever, that is where the mirroring comes in. Whatever it is you're feeling about yourself is going to be the same thing you're going to dream about or see in your visions when it comes to your twin flame, okay? Whatever you're feeling about yourself. And so that's why when you interpret your dreams, it's important for you to interpret your dreams in such a way where as you look at it as a mirror, okay? Whatever the dream is telling you, whether they're being nice to you and sweet and talking to you in such a way whereas they're loving you, or whether things are happening in the dream that might not be so nice, you're going to need to realize, hey, this is a reflection of me and how I feel about myself. And you're going to need to work on yourself in order for you to, reverse whatever it is and transmute whatever it is that you're feeling about yourself that is causing you to have these dreams that spirit is sending you at night, okay, about your twin flame. Because whatever dreams you're having are really just reflections of what's inside of you and what you've been going through, okay? So I'm trying to touch on so many things, and I want to just keep this video about how to attract your twin flame to you, so that you guys can get into communication sooner, okay? So I've told you about the social media presence, what you should be using it for, not for just taking a bunch of selfies, but yes, try to keep the pictures nice, make yourself look presentable, make yourself look good as much as you want. Do what you've been wanting to do. Get that hairstyle, get that dress that you like, that you knew looked good on you. Stop putting things on hold for you now that you can be doing in your life. I'm shuffling these cards because I'm like, this is it. For some reason, shuffling these cards while I'm talking to you guys seems natural to me, even though I'm not doing a very good job of it. But I'm gonna pull a card in a minute, and then I'm gonna end it out pretty soon because I gotta get back to work. But yeah, get that outfit you've been wanting and you've been eyeing, I'm a jewelry fanatic. I love jewelry. I love nice things. So, not that you have to be so obsessive about it, but if it's something that you've been wanting to get for yourself, get it. And then, yeah, flaunt it. Do what you got to do to make yourself feel good. And then take pictures of yourself. Tell you, hey, nobody else is going to do this for you. Nobody else is going to be sitting around, waiting for you to look your best, to be your best, to shine and do the things that you've always wanted to do. And you know what? The thing is, when you start doing these types of things, you're going to attract in other kinds of energies as well. So you need to be aware of that too. But you need to also be able to handle that. Okay, those are the tests that Spirit's going to send you as far as how can you handle, advances from other people who might find you attractive as well. How are you going to deal with it? Are you going to be good at, allowing people to admire you from a distance, or are you going to be tempted to start having an interaction with someone? You can do that, but will that be the best thing for you on your journey? It's going to be up to you to decide, and up to you in Spirit to work this out, together. So I've always had that interaction with Father and Mama, and I've always been like, wanting to know what it is that I need to do in certain situations, and I've always gotten the right answer. So you just know that the more you vibe high, the more you start shining your light, you're going to attract more into you, okay? Onto your social media, as well as in general in your life, everyday life, okay? Because people will come up to you, start saying things to you, and it's not always, it doesn't always have to be like an advance as far as hitting on you, but you're gonna have babies staring at you, smiling at you. You're gonna be having children looking at you because they sense your energy is shifting as well. They sense the love in you, and they're gonna say things, or they're gonna smile, or those are the type of things. Like the animals, all the animals are gonna be coming at you too, because they just sense it. All right, okay, so let's see what card Spirit has for us today as far as raising our vibration. Shuffling these cards. Okay, all right, I got one, and this card, y'all are gonna trip out because it's been what do I always talk about? What do I always talk about? Okay, besides raising your vibration, I was called here on a mission. Wow. Okay, I can't make this up. I hear a lot of people say that when they talk about tarot cards, but I can't make this up. This is saying I was called here on a mission. What I say, you and your twin flame are here to do a mission together. And the lovey-dovey stuff is just the icing on the cake. But the real hard work is what you're doing to prepare yourself for this mission, okay? So Spirit wants you to know that this mission is important and that you need to be prepared for it, both mind, body, soul, heart, everything. That's why you need to align your chakras. That's why you guys need to go to the chakra cleansing playlist and start working on aligning your chakras. Start working on raising your vibration every day, doing things you love to do, getting out of the funk when you're in depression mode and you're trying to be, depressed about things. Get out of that mode, okay? I tell you what, I used to be in the woe is me state a lot, and it never would attract anything to me at all. So the more you raise your vibration, the more you attract abundance to you, wealth to you. Your twin flame will come to you and communicate with you. You'll start seeing things improve with your family. It doesn't mean everybody in your family is going to love you. It just means that you're going to have more of a vibe that they're going to feel. Some of them are going to like it. Some of them are going to be, skeptical and start trying to talk down and whatnot. But you're going to have to learn how to discern who is there to stay in your life and who is meant to just keep going, and to who are you going to be able to allow in your circle that's going to help benefit you and make you feel better and whole as a person versus tearing you down. You don't want that, you don't need to be around anybody that's tearing you down in your life, okay? So but you will see things improve in your life the more you raise your vibration, the more you start loving yourself and cherishing who you are as a person. Okay, so let me read that the page in the guidebook as far as what that means. Okay, if I can find it. I was called here on a mission. Okay, there we go. Because I'm very interested in what they're going to say as well. Book your mission magic session, mission magic coaching session, right? Okay. I was called here on a mission. This is certainly not your first incarnation. Okay, that's good to know, because we all know we've been here many times before, and there's a good chance it's not your last. Before you came into this body, your soul set the intention to remember the power of your spirit in this lifetime. It set the intention to bring in the light of Source. That was your mission. The rest was left up to you, all the learning, all the experiences, and what you might do with them. But your life has great purpose, and when this card comes to you, the universe is reminding you of it. In fact, this card brings a boost of confidence. It shows that you are on the right path, just by being who you truly are. You are a bright spark of light and goodness to other people. So stop getting yourself worried about specifics. What'd I just say? Just express the power of your spirit. Spirit, just give me a... Just express the power of your spirit in the most authentic way possible. Okay, y'all? Okay, let me shut this video off. Y'all know what I'm talking about here. Shine now. Shine where you are. Express your gifts and the rest will unfold. Vibe of the day, I remember the power of my spirit. You guys, that was a beautiful card to end with. And I was shuffling cards for a long time. Y'all know that. So, that's what I got to end it with for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for your communication stage that's coming next. I hope you guys understand that the way you're going to attract in your twin flame is by being you. By being you and doing everything that you need to do to raise your vibration, to love yourself. If you need help with that, go to the playlist. I have even playlists on how to raise your vibration. These cards, I'm going to try to keep making, pulling in one of these vibration cards for you guys with each video I make, because I really think that's going to help. But anytime you feel down, you know, just do something to raise your vibration. And I guarantee you, the little things that happen, you know, even when I was with the false twin, I have to say, you know, that false twin did me in for a lot of things, but there were a lot of lessons that came from it, you know, that I had to admit that came out of it. But every time I would, you know, be frustrated because I wasn't getting communication from that person, I would also do something to raise my vibration and never fail. I would always get a text. And sometimes when I was like burning my candles and I was sitting there meditating, I would get a text. And so, you know, something would come through and he'd be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. So this is the same thing that happens with your true twin flame too, because, well, you guys hopefully don't have a false twin flame, but your true twin flame will do the same thing. As far as when you start raising your vibration, they're naturally going to be attracted to you. They're gonna be interested in seeing your post. And oh, one of the comments that was made in the last video by one of our sisters here on the channel is that, you know, she was saying how she made a comment on her twin flames post, and he used some of the words that she had made, she had used in her comment on another post that he made about a fellow band member. And so, you know, yeah, this is how it works. You know, they are paying attention, okay? And so anything that you think might be a coincidence is a sign. It's a synchronicity that you need to pay attention to, because that's what Spirit is sending you. These signs and synchronicities, that's what happens when you get a sign or a synchronicity, is you'll see something similar. I've been hearing more of my twin flames music everywhere when I do things. You know, I've been hearing, I had a guy come into my job last week. His name was the same as my twin flame, and he was buying several things from me. He bought like, you know, $700 worth of products from me, and his name was the same as my twin flame. So, you know, I still hear my twin flame's music. I'm still seeing his name everywhere, hearing his name everywhere. So many wonderful things are happening. The communication stage is still bumpy, but it's happening. And it's in this. No matter where it is right now, I'm just hopeful that things are going to be smoothing out soon. As soon as we start to connect, and as soon as his energy starts to, and his ability to understand the journey starts to open up, and that he opens his heart up more to the journey, I will start to see that change in him. And you do have to hold the space for your twin, no matter where they are on their journey, because just because you're more advanced spiritually speaking does not mean that they're not doing anything. It just means that they're learning on the 3D level, whereas you've been learning on the 5D level. And that's something I feel like a lot of us as twin flames don't understand, is that the divine masculines learn their lessons on the 3D level more. They might learn the more tougher lessons actually than we do, because a lot of our lessons are going to be spiritual and a lot of theirs are going to be physical lessons. Okay, they might have encounters with people, relationships, physically. And we're going to have a lot of the spiritual lessons, okay? Doesn't mean we don't have physical encounters too, but they're going to have more of that physically, and later down the line, when they start learning about the journey and what it means, they're going to start understanding the spiritual aspects of it. But most of the time, they don't really know the spiritual part of it, or how that is affecting them, okay? They kind of get clues or, hints about things in the physical world, but they're not really as keen on the spiritual side of things, okay? That's where you come into play. But at the same time, you can't really tell them everything spiritual, because they're not going to be receptive to it. I can tell you that firsthand. They're not as receptive to it, because it can be kind of like, woo-woo to them at first, because they're so used to being in the matrix that it's hard for them to picture or envision, what you're talking about. So you can't start just throwing a bunch of spiritual terminology at them or trying to make them understand it, because they're not going to necessarily get it, okay? Especially being a celebrity or a famous person, they're just going to be like, huh? So you're going to need to be patient with them. You're going to need to hold the space for them. And you're going to need to keep working on yourself every day. Don't let any of the things that you've been doing stop, or slow down. I had done that too. And that's when I saw a lot of the bumps in the road when I started, when I stopped doing some of the things that I had been doing, like working out or going on a walk, or eating healthy. I started, getting to slumps where I was, so frustrated with the things that were going on in the communication within the communication, that I started to do things, that weren't healthy again. So that will make a difference in your communication stage. When you see that happening, you're going to see the slumps happening on your communication stage too. So just letting you guys know that this is all how it works, and hopefully you guys will be able to see that these things are really gonna come true as you start to embrace them and continue to exercise these things that I'm showing you and telling you how to do it each day, okay? All right, I want to thank you for being here. Please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I hope these are helping. Thank you so much for this community. Thank you for the comments you're making. It's really encouraging me too, because the more I know that you guys are out there experiencing the same things, the more it encourages me to keep giving you this feedback, this encouraging word, because I know that it will help you, okay? So I love you guys so much. Please have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.